everyone, how are y'all doing? I am Kenita, the agent slash investor. How are y'all doing on this lovely day today? Now, I should have had been made this video, didn't come across my mind or mental at all up until a few days ago. Don't ask me why the hell I didn't make this video first on YouTube, but still a learning process. I want to talk about why I got into real estate, or why I choose real estate, like the what, when, where, how, why, how, what, when, where, how, why, something like that. Okay, you get the gist. So we gonna go through a little bit of background story about Kenita James. Now, background story is this. As you know, or if you Google it up, I do have 2 degrees. I have a master's in criminal justice and I have a bachelor's in business administration. I had attained both of those degrees. My son is 5. 7 years ago. Yeah, 7 years ago I had attained both of those degrees. After I left high school, which is Oscar Smith High, I decided to go get my bachelor's degree in business administration. The reason why I wanted to do that, because one of my biggest things was to I wanted to be an office girl. I wanted to sit down, look cute with my legs crossed, as you can see, just look cute, give you a profile, how you doing. I wanted to sit down, look cute, wear my 6-inch stilettos, and just answer the phone and be like, hello, my name is Kenita, how may I help you, please? That was my thing. And then unfortunately, I was still stuck at the same jobs, as far as I called them dead end jobs. It is what it is. So I decided to go back to college again and get my master's in criminal justice. My main goal for that was to actually become do the forensic science part of it, like working on the dead bodies and stuff like that, to figure out how the way they died, what had happened, and things of that. That stuff, it grosses me out, but it's kind of satisfying. I know it's weird, but don't judge me, please don't. So, okay, after I got my criminal justice degree, I was going to become a correctional officer, but then find out I was pregnant with my son, so I couldn't go through with the whole correctional officer thing. Real estate have always been on my mind, in the back of my mind, because I used to watch a lot, and I still do watch a lot of home improvement shows, HGTV, Flip That House, Home Decor, you name it. I have watched all of it. It's very satisfying. But to me, I felt like because I didn't have the money or the education at all, and plus the confidence, because I'm still working on my confidence as we speak, that it wasn't for me and I wasn't going to ever make it. So fast forward, I had my son at the end of the year of 2016. Me and his dad had decided that it was best for me to try to be a stay-at-home mom, because that was one of my dreams that I wanted to do, and homeschool and everything else, but also try to build a business. So I remember May or April of 2017, I came across an ad for a Than Merrill, because I was doing different side hustle jobs to figure out how could I make money for this brand new baby, let alone, not only for this brand new baby, I lost my house, my apartment, I lost my car, and plus didn't have a job. So all of that in 2016 disappeared like a snap of the finger. So I was struggling with that, trying to get myself back together and figure out what I can do what me and his dad can do to support our child. So, like I said, I came across the Than Merrill ad that says wholesaling and everything else, and I was like, this shit ain't real. You can't wholesale a house and etc. And yes, you can. It's just steps and paperwork and stuff, and it's things that you got to understand as far as for that. But I went to the meet, came up with some money, went to the meet, and I fell in love with the idea of doing that. So the first 3.5 years out of my son's life, I've been trying to do the investing side. And when I mean by trying, I'm talking about I spent money. I'm still trying to figure out to this day, how the hell did I come up with any of that? I'm sorry, I'm outside and all these bugs is getting on my nerves. I'm trying to figure out how the hell did I come up with any of that money at all to sit there and try to fund the investing side of real estate, but I was just hungry. I still haven't invested my first home yet as far as with wholesaling. I had 2 deals. Both of them have blew up in my face. It is what it is, but it is a learning experience. But I had enjoyed that part of it, of just trying to figure out how to build money. And then next thing you know, I kind of gave up on it because I seen that it wasn't coming. Not only that it wasn't coming, I had a lot of people that was, I would say, not the best support system ever. And majority of them was just saying that I was a fraud. And not only I'm a fraud, that I need to just get real estate license. I don't know what I'm doing. I could get sued. That's not how you do it. Blah, 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 whatever. So I kind of like followed their advice in a way, and the momentum, I was losing it. So I decided that, okay, let me try to work a job, which is I did. I worked a job at Shoppers World from 2019 till September of 2020, because 2020, that's where COVID had happened and the store had shut down. I even became an assistant receiving manager, and I kind of enjoyed being the assistant manager because that was one of my dream goals. It took me up until me being 28, 29 years old for me to finally be an assistant manager, or finally of me having a role of a leader. Because as you can see, once you get to know me, you know that I have a bubbly personality. I am very goofy and I'm very playful. So a lot of people didn't never take me seriously as far as having leadership roles or managerial roles at all. Even though I can handle it, they never gave me that opportunity or chance, no matter what. So that's a little bit about me as far as for that aspect. So of course, 2020, with everything coming in and everything coming to a crash, and then people getting money as far as like the stimulus checks and stuff like that, I had asked the universe, and I really did. I was like, real spiritual team, universe, ancestors, angels, gods, whoever you call them upstairs. But I was like, look, I really want to, give me 1 second. Sorry about that, guys. Had to take care of some family stuff. Well, had to help my mom out, but I'm trying to figure out where we left off at. I know we talked about Than Merrill, and I talked about Shoppers World. I know that's the part that I was on. Oh, that's a pretty butterfly. It's yellow and black. Oh, sorry. Shoppers World, and what the hell else was we talking? We just picked back up off of Shoppers World. Assistant manager, did that, enjoyed it. It was fun. Oh, that's what I was talking about. Thank you, spiritual team. I was asking the universe basically when COVID was happening, and this was like in March or April at that time frame of 2020. I was like, look, you see that I've been trying to do real estate for the longest time since I had my son, as far as with the investing side. Do you want me to continue on with real estate? If the answer is yes, do you want me to get my real estate license? And if the answer is yes for that, please take my job away. Please just basically say, like, the hell with this job, take it away, and then guide me from there. If the answer is no, then just show me the way. Let me know if I just need to give up with this whole real estate investing idea or being a real estate agent in general. And also just let me keep my job. Come to find out, I took my little 2-day little vacation in June, July. And then that's when I got a phone call from one of my she became my assistant manager later. One of the assistant managers at the store. She was like, Kenita, guess what? We losing our job. They're gonna have to shut everything down. We have to do an emergency liquidation sale, and everything will be closed in September of 2020. I said, well, damn. I figured when I made that type of wish, or not even a wish, manifestation, or whatever you want to call it, I figured that the universe would have been like, bitch, you about to keep your job? No. But no, the universe was like, no, you about to be an agent. So I remember in May or June, because we wasn't getting a lot of clients, not a lot of clients, a lot of shoppers coming into shoppers world, because like I said, store closed and you gotta follow protocols and everything else like that. I mean, I was still working because I was part of the, like, one of the essential workers, because we had, like, they don't ask me how, we just part of the essential workers. So basically, I remember I said, like, well, let me take this little bit of stimulus money that I got and let me go ahead and apply for a class to get some real estate, for me to get my real estate license. So that's what I actually did. I had applied for the class, and I was taking that class from June of 2020 all up to December of 2020 once I got my certificate. And then after that, I said around my birthday, I'm going to go down to the state of Virginia and go ahead and take my test to get my license. Now, it took me up until 12 times, and I mean 12. It was 7 times for the national. No, it was 7 times for the state and about 12 times for the national. I still got all the paperwork, took pictures of it and everything. It took me that long. So I didn't finally get my license till July of 2021. Not only that, I decided to go with EXP of August or September of 2021. So no, even though this is year to date August 2022, I still haven't got my first deal yet. But it's basically me working on myself and me establishing my brand and everything else out there. So that's the background story of me. Now, why and how and what, I think I answered some of that. I'm not for sure. But why I did real estate, I'm not for sure if I answered that, but I'm gonna explain it again. Mainly because of my son. My son is the reason why I'm doing real estate. Is to build generational wealth for him. I don't want him to go through the struggles of what me and his father is going through, as far as trying to attain a job or living from paycheck to paycheck, or you have to move back home with your family and feel like the biggest failure on earth. Like, to this day, I feel like the biggest failure on earth because I moved back home with a baby, and even though I was 25, that's like not one of my biggest highlight moments. It's still not one of my biggest moments. Then on top of that, I'm still at home with my mom to this day because, like I said, once I lost my job at Shoppers World, I could see you, lady. Only my family. Once I lost my job at Shoppers World and I had to be home with my mom or whatever the case may be, I was getting back on my feet. It took me about 6-7 years for me to finally get a car and everything else, and then just to hear that you're losing your job after you was about to get an apartment, it kind of put a damper on me, and it was like still like one of my failure moments. I could say that I'm still trying to build a hurdle and build a bridge to get over. But anywho, I choose real estate not only to build generational wealth for my son, but to also to educate a lot of people out there about attaining property is not the traditional way or how the way our family members have done it. That's one of my biggest slogans that I stand on. If you read like the descriptions and things like that, I want to make sure that the generation out there, including, like, I'm the part of the millennials group. I was born in 91, so I am considered as a millennial baby. That how the way your parents or grandparents and etc. had attained property is not what you think. It's more to the story of that, and the traditional way is not the only way for you to attain property or accumulate generational wealth. So, like, my biggest focus and my main focus is to educate people so that way everybody can make the best educated choice out there for them. I am not one of those type of agents that's going to harass you. I am not one of those type of agents that's going to knock on your door or going to blow up your phone every 2 minutes. Like, that's not me at all. But what I will do, like I always said before, and I stand on 100%, is to educate, because that's one of my biggest goals. I want everybody to have a fair chance of attaining property or attaining that American dream or getting that wealth that they looking for. I don't care if wealth means luxury. Wealth to anybody can mean luxury, to health, to just being free in general as a person. I just That's like one of my biggest main goals. So that pretty much sums it up of why I had done real estate, or why I'm choosing real estate as a career choice of path. It's not the easiest path ever. It's still a struggle. I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat that. I know people will show you like the highlights of the glamorous and glitz life, but I'm actually showing you like how I'm working from the bottom on up, and it is a struggle. And I mean, yes, I am struggling to this day, but I know that I will get to the goal that I need to get to. I did when, where, how, what. I think, yeah, that pretty much sums it up. So that's like a little bit of story or background history of me, and why I have decided to become a real estate agent, and why I had choose the path that I had chosen. So for anybody out there, if you want to put in the comment section, tell me, why did you choose the path that you had chosen in your life? What made you decide like, hey, the life that I had in the beginning is not the life that I want, or I'm on the wrong path and I need to do something different? Just let me know what you think in the comment section. Anywho, please like, follow, and subscribe to my channel. And please follow me on all social media as Kenita the Agent / Investor. And you can also find my website as Kenita the Agent / Investor / Realtor. And then also just comment. Anywho, once again, I am Kenita the Agent / Investor. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all lovely day. Bye.